Hello, and thank you so much for listening to the Everyday Victory for Modern Christian Women podcast. Today, I am specifically addressing Black women. I'll give you a moment. I am specifically talking about Black women and the lies we believe, and what we need to do to get to the truth and to get over all of the garbage that is heaped upon us, especially when it comes to dating and mating and marriage prospects. Long ago, the writer Zora Neale Hurston once wrote that Black women are the mules of the world. So what does that mean? Mules are pack animals, right? People just overload, overburden the mule, and expect it to perform, expect it to just walk and to go wherever the master tells it to go. No one ever considers if the mule is hurting. The mule cannot speak, so the mule cannot say, I'm in pain. The mule can't say, this is too heavy. The mule can't say, I cannot walk. I cannot carry this. Even if the mule physically breaks down under the load, it was often beaten until it got back up. Can you imagine that? No compassion for the mule because it was expected to take the load, to carry it, to move without any consideration for how that was affecting that poor animal. And so it is with Black women. Lots of times, especially when it comes to dating and mating. When it comes to just life in general, we are expected to just take it. We're expected to just buck up when our partners get killed, when our children are unfairly targeted, when they are killed just trying to go to the store, when our men are killed in their own apartments watching television, eating ice cream. We are just expected to take it. And nobody really asks the Black woman how she is really dealing and feeling with all of that. The fact that we are paid less than any other woman on the planet, basically, in a country that they call the first world country, that we are dismissed and disregarded and degraded constantly in the media. This is going to affect you. This affects us. And it makes us feel, because we have been made to feel, that we are undesirable, that we are never going to get married. And that idea has been codified in study after study, statistic after statistic. So let me just tell you what I just did. And you can play this game too. Why don't you do this too? On Google, type in Black women and marriage. The first thing that popped up, why dark-skinned Black girls like me aren't getting married. And I just dropped when I saw that. I'm like, how sad is this? Research summary, marriage trends and women's benefits. This article is saying that Black women in particular were not able to get spousal or survivor benefits because they did not have a qualifying marriage. Black women aged 50 to 59, 34% of them did not have a qualifying marriage to get those benefits. Black women aged 40 to 59 without qualifying marriages for spousal and survivor benefits increased between 1990 and 2009, particularly among Black women. Statistic after statistic, Black women are not getting married. Black women are not married. You don't have a qualifying marriage. Here's a fun one: incarceration, unemployment, and the Black-white marriage. So now interracial marriage is keeping us from getting married. Angry Black woman. Oh, you wonder why? You wonder why. So that's just the first page of the Google results when you type in Black women and marriage. So the fact that Black women feel undervalued is not just in our imaginations. It is written down and it is shown to us in visuals after visuals of interracial marriage and the Black men going with different sorts of foreign women and treating them so much better than the Black woman. And so it is no wonder that many of us are distressed, that many of us wonder if we'll ever get married because we're constantly told that we're not. So it is difficult to have a glimmer of hope, but then to be piled on by all the world who says that you're too unattractive to get married, you're too dark-skinned, you're too unfeminine. In fact, let me just look down the list of things that Black women are told in addition to the statistics, right? We are told, oh, you're not going to get married. Statistics show you're not going to get married. I just read you some examples. In fact, here are a couple more examples. And they're still citing this 2009 data from the U.S. Census Bureau. 40% of Black women ages 34 to 39 had never been married. Black women ages 35 to 45 with a college degree were 15% less likely to get married compared to a white woman without a degree. Basically, an uneducated white woman is 15% more likely to get married before an educated Black woman. Isn't that fun? So we hear this over and over again. In Psychology Today, they reported a study not too long ago where someone had to clinically prove that all the world does not find Black women attractive. Literally, the study was about how unattractive people across the world find Black women. Look it up. On top of that, you have what is called colorism, where it seems some Black women feel that because of their darker skin, they are not as attractive as lighter skinned women. And so they get passed on, especially when it comes to dating profiles. So Match.com did something, and these other dating sites did something showing that Black women are the least likely to get chosen. Black women are the least likely to get chosen on dating sites. So we've got the interracial marriage thing. We've got Black men in our own community saying Black women are not attractive. They wear wigs. They're not feminine. They're too loud, too ghetto, too this, too that, too not for me is what that boils down to. Too aggressive. Oh, that's one of my favorites. And that's where the angry Black woman comment comes from. Black women are too aggressive. When Serena Williams takes the court, that is a favorite for a lot of commentators. Oh, she's powerful. She's too aggressive. Oh, she's got so much attitude, as if powerful and strong are negatives because they make you too masculine. So now Black women are too unfeminine. So basically, unlike any other woman in the world culturally, Black women specifically are repeatedly inundated with messages saying you are never going to get married for all of these reasons. Interestingly enough, this is fun. Type in white women and marriage to see what comes up. And a lot of what comes up are comparisons to Black women. Not the same messages, not the same disheartening, heartbreaking marriages. This woman felt like because of her dark skin, she was not going to get married. There's another story where this woman felt like she was never going to get married, this Black woman, because of all of the statistics. She had to go talk to a therapist to even have hope that she might get married. She prayed to God. Black women have to pray to God for a miracle for us to find a mate or to get married. And she got married to a Black man. But in the article, she talked about how